Hi, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on, this is session 3 of our One Piece inspired Sagas TTRPG stream series. Tonight is incredibly special because we are raising funds for Palestine Children's Relief Fund through the TTRPGs for Palestine via Tiltify Charity bundle. In both the YouTube chat as well as the Twitch chat, we have pinned that link. So please, if you're able to, you get access to 185 different TTRPGs, TTRPG supplements, and art packs for the low donation of just $15. That is a steal. All of these combined are worth more than $940. The game that we are playing today in its beta test, actually, Sagas, is included in that bundle. So please, again, if you're able to, go and donate, go and get your hands on some amazing community submitted TTRPGs and help Palestine out. Just so you know, if you've been following along with our series, we have something called Stab, which is some tremendous anime bullshit. And Dennis has agreed to give a random point of Stab to one of the 5 folks on this screen for every $100 that we raise. So that's like 8 bundles. I don't know if my math is 100% right there, but that's like 8 bundles, or just a donation of $100. So with that being said, friends, my name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. I am playing King Coralie, and I will popcorn this over to Julie.
Hello, everybody. My name is Julian, or Julie CL, here on the internet. I have been playing Esmer, our bug food. Bug food? No,
Yum.
thank you. Bug fruit, model grasshopper, super speedy martial artist with no filter, literally with the chatterbox struggle that you can check out yourself with the Saga system. I'll popcorn it over to Angie.
Hi, everybody. My name is Angie, Agonthetic on the internet. I am playing Zelio Costa, so they, them pronoun, non-binary excellence that they are. That is me. I'm going to popcorn over to Jake.
Hey, I'm Jake at Jake_Lionheart on the internet. I'm playing Nemo, he, him, fisherman that's part pitbull, part shark, part lovable scamp, and made a friend with a mop last episode. So it might be the mop steering the ship the rest of the series. So that's Nemo, and popcorn over to Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. You can find me all over the internet at OKSDM. I have a YouTube channel. I'm mostly on Threads and Twitter. I designed this game. We're still designing it. We're very close to having the rules finished. I'm very, very excited to start our 3rd episode. You might cry. And I will, of course, popcorn over to Dan.
Hello, I am Dan Pixel, Pyxel, they, them, and I am joining this chaotic group for this evening. I will be playing Navy Lieutenant Ash Carter, she, her, and everything else is going to be learned about her soon. So I'm just gonna put the rest on.
Can we all raise your hand if you didn't know that she was gonna be a Navy lieutenant? Because I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Wow. The bottom half of this, I see how it is. Cool.
I didn't know. I didn't know either.
Oh, okay.
I had a slight idea, but only because I did the art. So.
Look at her. Wait, where's the direction? Where am I pointing? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
There you go. Right
here?
there. Nope. Over just a little bit. Close. Closer. Closest. Yes. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Yeah.
Right here.
So yes, Ange did do all of the art, and you too can get your hands on some of their pretty art by going to their Twitter right now. It is in the chat and commissioning them. And with that being said, is everybody ready?
I'm so ready.
Let's go.
The dock is busy today, just like any other day. Workers shout at each other over the waves and the occasional bells ringing. The salt of both the sea and the sweat nearly drowns out the stench of fish as the sun beats down on everything. The mood is that of determination, each face focused at the task at hand. The rhythm of unloading and loading ships is like clockwork to these people who have done it thousands of times. Just outside the work area, among buildings and in the marketplace, a girl watches the workers. Julie, please describe what young Esmer looks like.
You see your classical One Piece child. Big head compared to their little noodly body. The hair is absolutely just a wild puffball. She just has a big pout on her face, kind of a long, perhaps t-shirt that she's converted into a dress. She looks very beat up, and she's kind of just walking through the streets of her village, just carrying a toy in her hand.
You, walking through the streets of this village, you see a pair of children, exactly the same age as you, kicking a ball back and forth between them across the street. It's a boy and a girl. They're dirty themselves as well, but they're wearing clothes that fit. The ball itself looks like it was made to be a ball. It wasn't something that was just thrown together haphazardly. And they don't appear to see you approach.
I just walk up, start strutting up very proudly, the toy in my hand. I'm not even using it properly. I'm kind of just holding on to it as if it is precious cargo. Little Esmer is hanging tightly onto a little red yo-yo as she is walking over to the two children playing ball. And completely nonverbal, just not speaking.
Ah! What are you doing here? No, don't talk to her. Let's just go. Yeah, let's get out of here. Come on. And they grab their ball and run off down the street.
Little Esmer follows for a few steps and then stops, and her arms just fall to her sides.
We get a single matte profile shot of Esmer as a child, saddened, and a boy, a little bit taller than you, but with much the same build, almost exactly the same face, comes out from an alleyway. Hey, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. They don't even know you. They don't know that you're kind and funny, and you have to let them know who you are next time. Here, I brought you some more toys. And he grabs a box, and you can see, in addition to your yo-yo, you now have a mallet, and you have a drum. What else is in this box?
There is I think a colorful little top, as well as what looks to be like a little toy tricycle as well. And young Esmer is going to do what she always does when her brother just talks to her, which is just like a little grunt as she just kind of takes these things and holds on tightly onto them.
I found you some food too, here. And he hands you a large sack with something big and round in it. And it's almost too big for you to hold, but you manage to grab all of these things as you hear a whistle blow. And you hear Marines, "Hey, get that boy!" start running down the street. And you see your brother. Quick, Esmer, hide in this barrel.
I try to fight him. I'm sticking with him.
No, you have to hide. Please.
Mm-mm.
Please just
Mm-mm.
okay. Ah. And the Marines round the corner and say, "There he is! Grab him!" And two large men pick up your brother, like one on each of his arms, and says, "No, I have to take care of her. Let me go! Let me go!"
Yeah.
And you watch the Marines.
Little Esmer just runs but can't keep up.
And as they disappear into the distance onto the docks, you see him brought onto a Marine ship. And when you get there, guards stop you.
And Esmer just realizes that there's nothing she can do here. And I think she just walks about 20 paces away and sits down.
You sit there staring at the ship, and you feel the anxiety begin to rise as the ship starts moving out of port.
Esmer wants to run, but they're just so hungry. And I think as they start to walk, they reach into this bag that her brother gave her and just without thinking starts biting into whatever's into it.
It's a devil fruit. Big, lumpy, with a stem sort of like a pineapple. And you devour it in less than a minute. And with the juice still running down your chin, you see a fountain in the middle of the square and identify a high place. And the words your brother said to you replay in your head. They don't know you. They don't know you're kind, that you're funny. You have to let them know who you are next time.
I think Esmer waits several days of just staring at the fountain. Just begging for food, eating whatever scraps that she can find. Those words that her brother Kimba said to her just replay in her head over and over and over. And I think on the 5th day, young Esmer climbs the fountain and kind of struggles to do so. Her legs haven't really been the same since biting into that weird fruit that her brother gave her. But once she gets to the top of the fountain, I think she speaks aloud for the first time. And she says, "I hate broccoli. I'm good at running. I like to play with yo-yos and tops and drums and other fun toys." And at this point, tears just start pouring down her face. And she says, "I'm nice to dogs, and dogs are nice to me. I love my big brother!" And she shouts it through the town square.
Several years later, you wake with a start on the deck of a lavender ship.
I'm Esmer, eater of the bug fruit model grasshopper, and I'm hungry.
And I think with that, all of you hear it. Esmer is quite loud.
I'm gonna immediately start running downstairs and rummaging through the storeroom. And there's a moment when Esmer is digging around the ship for food, that she stares at one of the barrels in the storeroom, which she also did when she was downstairs and almost bumped into Leandre. Every time she sees one, she thinks about what if her brother hid, but she just shakes that feeling off and keeps looking for food.
And instead of food, you find Coralie.
Captain, you are
Yes.
awake, and I'm on the ship.
Yes, that is true. I'm also hungry, actually. Do we know if anybody knows how to cook?
How to cook? I feel like Zelio would know how to cook.
Right then. Did you know where they're sleeping?
Can I wake
Well,
them up?
should we wake them up? They're a little distraught.
Captain,
Yes.
this is what you do. You make the decisions.
Yes. Sometimes Kebbage, my old knight, I would tell him to make the decisions for me when I was kind of tired. But yes, I'll do that. Let's go and talk to Nemo first.
Okay.
And you both make your way up to the helm of the ship. What is Nemo doing right now?
Nemo's drawing a face on the mop, so that way there's eyes and a little smiley face. Oh, Captain!
Yes. My good friend, do you know how to cook?
I know how to eat.
Yes, I think most of us on this ship do. Quite hungry, actually.
Grasshoppers are famously known for being hungry.
Have you seen Zelio lately?
Zelio in not the captain's quarters?
Why did
Zelio?
you put that in quotation marks?
Not the captain's quarters?
So the captain's quarters.
But not the captain's quarters.
Yes. Right then. What's the mop's name?
Moppy.
Excellent.
Moppy the mop.
And I'll do a little salute to Moppy the mop and
That's
walk
helmsman.
off. And I'll keep a chuckle on the inside. And walk off to not the captain's quarters. Kind of push it open and say, knock knock.
Is it? What do you want?
Is it okay if I take a sip?
If I say no, will you do it anyways?
Well, that would kind of defeat the point of me asking. So I just kind of stand here awkwardly, and I like post my arm up at the door and just kind of lean on it.
Zelio has just tears and makeup running down their face. They are definitely distraught is a word for it. It's the captain's quarters. You can do whatever you want, Captain. As they walk over to like a chaise and just lay down, just.
Usually people are the ones giving me emotional support, so this could be kind of nice to give it to someone else. Is there anything you want to talk about?
I wasn't strong enough to help them, and we just left them back then. How is it that Nemo did not feel like this leaving Inkray? They were friends, right?
Yes. But here's the thing. They did what they thought was best. They made the sacrifice for me and for you and for the rest of the crew, and I think that's pretty neat.
Sometimes you lose people.
Oh yes, Inesma's here.
Sometimes you lose people, and that's okay, because you weren't strong enough. But you'll get there someday. Because you have to. Because how else are you going to find them?
Esmer!
You're strong, and you're just going to get stronger. So you're going to find Leandre, and you're going to save them. And grasshoppers are famously good at knowing who's strong. And I think you're one of the strongest of all of us.
That's very kind of you.
And I'm one of the
Yes.
hungriest of all of us.
Oh, you're hungry. Okay. I can make eggs. If there's any eggs in the kitchen.
Well, actually, I was going to say, do we want to eat on the ship? Do we want to try to make it to the next island?
What Esmer is very hungry. We can see if there's anything in the ship. But them better have left something on the ship at least. And then
Well-
Zelly is going to.
We'll always have
kinda-
grapes. Hold up a couple grapes. Offer one to Esmer.
And then they're gonna see the grapes and just
Yes, oh shit.
Leandra loves grapes.
Yes. I'm going to go, and I'll see you in the kitchen.
I will salt the eggs with my tears. And then go to the kitchen.
These are really good grapes.
I actually don't know where these came from, but I am happy that we have them.
There's a moment they think about it, question the grape. How?
Shall we roll to see if there is food in the kitchen, Dennis? Is there no food? Is there food?
There is food. You do find a couple of eggs that have not been kept well.
Oh, yikes.
You see a couple of more preserved things, dried fruit, salted meat.
Is this like, I'm not gonna say it's like Sanji levels outfitted, but is this like a working kitchen?
There is a stove.
A stove, okay. I think you're gonna find
It's not really a
Zel-
kitchen.
Yeah. You're gonna find Zelio in front of this stove, just like smacking it, trying to figure it out. Turn the goddamn thing on so I can make the goddamn eggs.
Yeah, what if you just go back to the not captain's quarters, put on one of those nice fancy robes and just
I can do this. I can do this. This is one thing I can do. And continue smacking the stove.
If we need food, I'm sure Nemo could go fishing and I could go airing.
airing?
Yeah,
What is airing?
I go up and get the birds.
Wouldn't that be birding?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because fish fishing, bird birding.
No, it's airing because I go up into the air to get the birds.
But then if we go into the water to get the fish, wouldn't that be watering?
No, that's fishing. Grasshoppers famously know what fishing is.
I'm making eggs.
Yeah, but having like the pre-bed and then also the bed sounds pretty nice actually.
Aye, Captain. Immediately runs upstairs, takes off from the deck.
Nemo, you feel sort of like a lump in your shirt, and you reach in and you pull out the letter that was dropped on the deck of the ship.
Oh yeah, Captain.
Yes, Nemo and Moppy.
Oh, yes, I forgot my moppy. The letter. Did we want to make heading towards this island?
Yes. Actually, it's been a day. We were told to go to, what did he say? Cabbage wanted us to go towards the Grand Line? Question
Yes.
mark? Yes.
The Grand Line towards the mother egg.
Yes. That sounds good. I'd like that. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. Me and Moppy will set course.
Appreciate that, Moppy. Doing great.
He's like,
Glad to have you on the team.
thank you, Captain. I'm working on the voice. I don't know. That's what I got so far.
You know what? You're doing great, friend. A+
Thanks.
work.
I'll work on it.
Only if you
Maybe-
want to.
Maybe like a Dressrosa accent.
Let's hear
Hola,
it.
hola, me llamo Mapi. Te puedo ayudar a llegar al otro isla.
I do like that one a little bit better than the last one. I think you're onto something.
Dressrosa it is. Okay.
Excellent. Just so you know, we have some not so great eggs that Zelio is eating right now.
Is that why we're going towards the master egg or mother egg?
No. But that was a funny guess. Isma is airing, which is just birding, but that's not what they like to call it. And we might have you do some fishing, which they'll definitely not say is watering.
Oh. Yeah, I could fish.
Excellent. All right, well, I'm going to go hang out in the captain's quarters,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll see you when I see you.
Okie doke. To the mother egg. we gotta-
Nemo, I would like you to make a check to
Oh,
find the right heading.
oh no. Okay. Come on, pilot. 3.
Fortunately, the Grand Line is quite large, and no matter where you are in the South Blue, you just go north. The directions on the letter said go straight into the calm belt. Normally, this would be folly. That's a dangerous spot, like very dangerous. There's no wind, and there are enormous sea monsters called sea kings everywhere. But that's what the letter said, and that's what the captain said, so north it is.
All right. Set sail, Moppy. Me gusta comer comida. Me too, Moppy. Let's go.
Several days pass. You have enough rations to last you a good long while on open water. And that's a good thing, because you're not sure if your destination is actually an island. The only direction you have is straight north into the calm belt. Whoever this message is from, you get the sense that Coralie trusts the author implicitly. You do all make it to the calm belt without any major incidents. It is smooth sailing until it isn't. The wind dies down, as it is wont to do in the, calm belt. And you are dead in the water. The ocean itself is a glassy mirror, no wind whatsoever, and without a cool breeze, the sun in the sky is hotter than ever. Everywhere you look is covered in a mirage as the heat bends the air.
Friends, Moppy, Nemo, we seem to be just kind of stuck, and I do love that it's hot. Actually, this is quite nice. The girls love it. But I would love to just be moving forward.
I'm sorry, Captain. I should have listened to Moppy, but I insisted we continue going north, and I think I got us stuck in the calm belt.
What did Moppy say?
He's like, dale a la derecha, and I was like, you don't know what you're talking about, Moppy. And I just kept going straight.
He did
So
say
you-
that. I was there.
Yeah, Esmer was keeping us company.
Well, there is nothing more for us to do other than just wait until the wind picks up. And that could potentially not happen for some time.
Hmm.
Did Nemo push the
Yes.
boat?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, is there something without destroying the boat? Can I push it?
You can certainly try.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Everybody loves when
Are there any
there's
rows,
a
like
storyteller.
paddles, on the boat?
There are only 2 oars down in the hull, and you'll have to move the cannons out of the way of the portholes in order to get them to work. And given that there are only 2 oars, this is kind of a large ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's also going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
I could row with my legs. Grasshoppers have famously powerful legs that are good at rowing.
Trying to think about if we all together put effort into making something happen. If we have Nemo swim and push the boat, Coralie and myself can row, and Esmer, you could also assist Nemo with some more.
I can fly. I can push too.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm as strong as Nemo, but I'll do my part.
I think that's
Or-
a great plan.
You could, Esmer, you could also steer the ship.
Ooh, I've never done that before.
It's always the first time for everything.
Sure there is.
What, Captain? You and me rowing?
Yes, I'll take the right side, please. Everyone to positions.
All 4 of you get in position. Esmer at the helm, Coralie and Zelio in the hull, taking up an oar, and Nemo diving into the water to push from beneath the still ocean. As you dive in, there's a beautiful, perfectly circular ripple that moves out. And just as you're counting down to start pushing, Esmer, you notice something on the horizon. A small tower of smoke.
Someone's cooking something.
Yeah, we could.
None of you are close enough to hear this.
I'll steer the boat towards it.
Let him cook.
And back the other way. And this way now.
I
Does
need
that feel violent
everyone
Back
downstairs?
these.
No, probably the only person that notices it is Nemo, because you can actually see the rudder next to you. I need everybody to please make a check based on your task.
Esmer somehow rolled a 2 at wiggling the ship back and forth, which I think just means they don't accidentally break the rudder.
I rolled a 6.
Rolled a 4.
I rolled an 8. Yes. Nemo gets
There's a
wet.
whole lot of splashing. So much splashing. Seawater going everywhere. With every single heave of the oars, you can see the the long sticks stick into the water and okay. Next one. And Nemo, you are pushing harder than you've ever pushed before, and you cannot tell if you're going anywhere. But Esmer, you can see the column of smoke getting closer.
We're doing it, Captain! We're getting closer to the barbecue!
I can't hear her, right?
You
They're
could hear
just-
the shout.
Oh. Great! Good job. Excellent steering.
Haha!
Barbecue.
Keep it up!
What did she mean by barbecue?
Well, have you never had barbecue before? It's quite tasty. It's when you take like little meats and vegetables and you put them on a skewer sometimes, and there's this big grill, and then you just.
Coralie, I have had barbecue.
Well, why didn't you say that, Zelio? You made it seem like you hadn't had it before.
I've had barbecue. Esmer is yelling about barbecue. Why is Esmer yelling about barbecue? Where is the barbecue happening?
That would be interesting to have a barbecue on a ship. I feel like, we couldn't be getting that close to land already, do you think?
Well, if we are, then we're doing amazing.
I mean, between you and me, I'm strong, but I'm not that strong, so this hasn't been going super well on my side.
Maybe you're stronger than you think.
Maybe I am. You stay here, and if, I'm so sorry, Zelio,
With both?
yes, back and forth, and I'll be right back.
My. That's not how before as Coralie leaves, it's just like, that's not how rowing works.
I'm gonna say, what barbecue? Maybe you hear my
Barbecue.
stomach grumble a little bit.
Tricycle! I'm flying in the air and kicking the wheel around in a circle back and forth.
Isma, my friend, you mentioned a barbecue.
That one, Captain.
Does it?
And you see a small trail of smoke, now much larger, coming from a boat that is making its way towards you.
We're almost there.
I'm not quite sure that that's the way that we should be going.
All right, I'll turn us around.
You spin the wheel and
Where are we going? What? Keep
nothing
on.
happens.
It's not working, Captain.
This is fine. I have definitely been on a ship before and know exactly what to do in this kind of a situation, and it is to just go and say hello. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe they'll decide to share some barbecue with us. We can give them some shitty eggs. They don't need to know that they've been shitty. That sounds good, right?
That sounds great, Captain.
Excellent. Yes, I'm not gonna tell Zelio that we're going towards another ship. I feel like that might stress them out. I'm a little stressed, in fact, but a friendly face, all of us, meeting Moppy, they'll love it.
So you want me to fly over you and Moppy to the ship in the distance?
No,
No.
we're just gonna kind of float by, say, hello, how's it going? Want some eggs for your barbecue? And then if they say no, we'll just have to kind of scoot on by. That sounds
Sounds
good.
like a plan, Captain.
Absolutely.
Do you need me at the wheel still?
Would you rather go in row, or would you
I can
rather
row.
stay here?
I feel like you're the face that talks to people. So I'll row.
Right then. Tell Zelio to take it just a little bit easy. They've been running back and forth. I kind of feel a little bit bad about that.
Affirmative, Captain.
Right, thanks, Esma.
Aye, aye. Run downstairs. I think we see, like, the manga panel of, like, Zelia rowing, and there's a speech bubble, like, from behind, as if someone's about to appear, and it just says, bug, bug, ... As if something explosive is about to happen.
What are you doing?
Guys, go!
No.
Edward wraps their legs around the wheel and starts, like, rotating them rapidly. And I think this does nothing but make the oar go like that.
It's not even touching the water, it's just spinning in the air.
Just like holding on to it and trying to stop it.
And if I was more of a weeb, I would say, point out that, you know how in One Piece a lot of characters have very characteristic laughs, like Blackbeard goes, ha 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 ha. I think, if I was the type of person to imagine this situation, which I'm not saying I am, that Esmer would probably be saying the Japanese word for grasshopper over and over, which is batta, B-A-T-T-A, batta, 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 as this is happening. You know, just if, right?
Hypothetically, of
Theory.
course.
Hypothetically, that's what would be happening.
Has
The steamship gets closer and closer, and once it's within eyesight and you can clearly make it out, it appears to be like a little boat with a single smokestack and a large rotating paddle on the back that is propelling it through the water. And you can now hear it. And a figure emerges from the large cabin on its deck, and out emerges Ash. Dan, if you'll please describe what Ash looks like.
Ash is fairly tall, but very, very narrow. Like even for like, you know, imagining like One Piece characters who tend to be like, you know, very like small overall. She's very much a bit rail thin. She's dressed in a matching 3-piece purple pinstripe suit. Though at this exact moment, she sort of like slung the blazer like over her shoulder as she walks out onto the deck. She has one earring that's just dangling from one ear on a little bit of a chain, and her sunglasses are like purple tint, little narrow rectangles, and she sort of steps out into the sunlight and just kind of like one hand up to block against the sun. Her hair is very short, white, but like kind of spiky and sort of all over the place. Like it doesn't look like she's paid much attention to it of late, and it's sticking in like 3 different directions. Like she probably just woke up on it and just didn't care. But yeah, she's just gonna come on, step out onto the deck and just kind of like block out the sun a little bit and just kind of like look around on the horizon.
And you see this towering lavender ship out in front of you. It's quite beat up. Obviously still seaworthy because it's here and not actively sinking. But you can see parts of the railing are broken. It looks like pieces of it have been repaired, like haphazardly repaired. And you can see Coralie on the deck of this ship peering down at you.
Nice boat you have there.
Oh, nice boat you have down there.
Well, it's not mine, really. I'm just sort of here on it. You look like you've seen some problems, I'm guessing.
I think we've all seen some problems. It looks like you're cooking some barbecue, friends.
Oh, well, yeah, a little. I mean, not like, it's not actually food. You know, we're fine. It's all good here. It's not.
There's an explosion from inside the cabin.
You know, friends,
Totally normal.
it doesn't
Absolutely.
sound totally normal to me. Oh man, I'm just picking up right on your southern accent. Right then, doesn't sound normal to me, friend.
I'm
Anytime
trying to
I
fight
say
you
I'm
out there,
fine,
Rick, here.
I'm not fine. Do you need a hand there?
I mean, can you spare one? I'm not to you know, not to be rude. It looks like y'all are on maybe a little bit of your last legs as well. I mean, it's a large ship. You got how many people you got on that? You got another engineer on there? I mean, ours is great. You're great, really. You're great. Really.
Thanks.
Coralie has never heard the word engineer before, but she's just gonna nod along and say, "Yeah, engineer, we got one of them. Absolutely." But you know, you can never have too many engineers on one ship, you know? Shall
Oh,
I?
yeah.
And I'm gonna take the nearest ladder and just kind of toss it over.
At this point, Nemo, you notice what's happening. You notice that there's another boat nearby. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll swim up, kind of like that action pose, and kind of like Shamu out of the ocean and jump onto our ship. Hey, Captain! I noticed there's someone else. Hi.
Hello.
Hey there, Nemo. This is
Oh, hi. I'm Ashlyn. You can call me
Ashlyn.
Ash.
Nice to meet you, Ash. Name's Corley, and this is what you heard me. But he can introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Nemo. Nice to meet you.
And you as well. You said
What's happening in the hull of the ship?
Back.
In the lavender
we're-
ship?
We're not moving anymore, right?
You were never moving in to begin with.
Amazing.
Just to clarify.
Rude.
Awesome.
First of all,
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. Were we moving or was the steamboat moving? Who knows?
Depends who you ask.
she knows.
Yeah.
Everything's relative.
Where is Esmer right now? Okay. I think that's enough. I hear voices. Some. I don't know. We could go up there.
Hello, should we go up there?
Okay. Yes. I'm just going to walk up and let's go. It's our ship. Why don't we ask you permission? Come on. You first.
You're always right, Celio.
No. This is too sweet.
And
welcome.
as Esmer and Zelio make their way onto the deck of the lavender ship and over to the railing, at the same time the cabin of the steamboat opens, and out steps a young man in a loose-fitting shirt, sort of olive skin, green eyes, and hair braided and to the side, and looks surprisingly like someone we know. The sun moves slightly, and Esmer, this figure goes from a silhouette to a grease-stained family member.
I think we see the still shot of Esmer's like hands fall to her sides, just staring shocked ahead of her at the individual.
Hello? Hello? Esmer, are you okay?
Brother.
Yeah, it's, I'm gonna need, like, a couple days to figure this one out. Nah, if I get lucky, a couple hours. Depends. What do you guys have on your...
Kimba!
Wait,
Esmera?
you know them?
You know
That's-
him?
That's my sister!
That's my brother.
And he is going to scramble up the rope ladder.
Oh,
Esmer is going to just run as well, and as soon as she gets within like half a foot of him, just immediately collapse crying into his arms.
Oh, Esmer. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Everything's gonna be all right.
Where were you? I was in the village, and I let everyone know who I was, and now I'm here.
And now everyone knows who you are. Look, you made friends. I'm so proud of you.
That's my captain.
Hi.
That's
Corley.
my best shark friend.
Can I have a hug, please? This is so beautiful. And then just big shark. Hug both, everybody.
Group hug.
So
And that's Zelio, they're a person of many mysteries.
I'm not that mysterious.
Yeah.
Poorly,
It's
Nemo, Esmer, Zelio.
Moppy.
Yes, can't forget Moppy.
can't forget Muppy.
Poppy. Mm-hmm.
second best helmsman in all of the South Blue.
Mm-hmm. If Nemo's gone, we're set.
But please don't go anywhere, Nemo. We do enjoy having you to boost Moppy's morale.
Yes, Captain.
And who are you?
I'm Ash. I'm a passenger. I'm on vacation.
What an interesting vacation. Stuck in the middle of the ocean in a broken ship.
Well, it wasn't always broken.
Hey,
Cooper
hey,
here's been
hey.
Very, very good about keeping it maintained. Only like 2 or 3 major breakdowns since we left port.
Maybe
It's
Hey,
a
hey,
lot better than
That,
3 or
that
4.
third one doesn't count.
I said 2 or 3. It depends on how you count it. Would y'all excuse me for just a moment? I'm sure you two have some catching up to do. I'm just gonna go and grab something out of my room. I'll be right back.
Esmer's on their knees blubbering. And then King D was the king of the island, and he's making every bunch of deals. And then there is an old lady in a basement, and I threw a guy, and it just like a tiny speech bubble, just of utter nonsense, like cut off by the window of the speech bubble.
And throughout all of it, we can see Kimba just happy to be here, tears streaming down his smiling face.
I'm gonna walk over to Nemo and Zelio and say, do you think maybe we ought to give them a moment to...
Oh yes, that's.
And I'll, like, tilt our bodies.
I hope that will be me and Leandre one day. And then... there.
Esmer is gonna look to Zelio and just say, like I said, you're gonna find them. I promise.
Just like hugging each other, even though like it has nothing to do with one another. Okay, I
Hey.
need to go. Have catch up with your brother.
Hey, Esmer, I know we have, like, a lot to catch up on. I know you have all the stories in the world, and I have some stories for you, but I think there's something important you need to see. And
Okay.
he reaches into his a pouch at his side and pulls out a crumpled brown piece of paper and unfolds it onto the deck of the ship. And it is a photo of you, wanted, alive, 5,000 berries.
What does that stuff say underneath?
It means that, well, it's how I found you.
People are looking for me? Why?
Well, there was something in your stories about throwing a guy?
Yeah.
That was bad.
And I kicked a guy, and then I kicked another guy. I kicked a big guy
Also
a lot
bad.
of times. Nemo elbowed him as well. We threw the pine guy into the ocean.
That reminds me. Hey, Ash! Can you grab the others?
Yeah. Ashes, when she got inside and then just sort of like immediately just sort of went to her cabin and like she was already like on the way to her room when she went inside, and inside of her room there is, lying against her bed, there is a duffel bag and a long, massive rifle that is like taller than she is. It has engravings on the side of little wisteria blossoms. And it says Fujihana on the butt of the gun. She goes over to her duffel bag and she unzips it. And if you like see the camera like looking in to unzip it, there is a white coat inside. And she like reaches into her bag, shuffles around for a little bit, and pulls out, zips the bag. And there's 3 pieces of paper in her hand. And she just looks at them and is like shuffling through. God damn it, I am on vacation. Shit. And she just like makes her way back out to the deck. And she just flaps 3 in her hand. See, I thought I heard your names before. Zelio, Nemo, Coralie. You're very popular back on mainland, so to speak. And she's gonna hold like the 3 of them up across her hands.
And you see a wanted poster for each of you. All of you wanted alive. Coralie, 35 million berries. Nemo, 20 million berries. Zelio, 40 million berries. And for comparison, Esmer was 5,000.
Esmer's our chopper.
People want us. People want us. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, that's part for the course.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Wow. We just started this like 10 days ago? I don't know. Math is kind of hard sometimes.
This time comes with a construct.
Y'all been busy, it seems.
Have
I mean, we've just been sailing.
Yes, we've just been sailing, coming across people. It's not like we're finding trouble. Trouble sort of finds us.
Yeah, and then we give it grapes, and then we become friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're our friend, Ash.
That's very sweet of you. We've only just met.
Oh,
Well,
Why
you
do
like
you
the
have
color
this?
purple, so you can't be a bad guy.
That is your judgment frame, Coralie. If you like purple, you're not a bad guy.
I mean, purple is kind of my whole thing, so yes.
It works for you, so you know it's it's doing good for you.
Not back at you.
Oh, thanks.
You'll see some like light blush come up on their cheeks.
Well, good news is you're in pretty good distance from, the Marines out here.
And how did you know that?
I mean, look at where we are. Little tiny paddle boat's the only thing you found out here.
Why did you have the wanted posters?
Hmm?
Why did you have the wanted posters?
Kimba saw it in the collection and just grabbed the other 3.
Why do you keep a collection of wanted posters? That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes
Wait,
they're dangerous people.
Why'd you do this? Why did you say collection?
Well, I don't know. Air quotes have been the thing of the day. Captain's quarters, not captain's quarters. Good eggs, bad eggs.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
technically, if you
Okay.
think about it, 4 isn't really a collection. So if you put quotes around collection, it would kind of, match the theme of not really being the thing that it is. 4 is more like a group than a collection.
All right, friend, let me
Where was-
rephrase. Why do you have Oz specifically?
Yes, where was
Well, they
this
were-
connection?
The last port we were at, Kimba saw the first one, and all 4 of them were together.
Yeah, I feel like most pirate wanted posters are together, though. What are you on vacation from?
Sorry?
You heard me.
She's my assistant, normally. We're sort of taking vacation together. It's been a long, hard day, and I normally work in a shipyard, and I finally finished my project here. Gestures the steamboat in the water, and thought we'd take her for a spin.
It needs a little work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come back to the island? You had a boat. Why didn't you come back to the island?
Esmer, I'm sorry. I just made this. And truth be told, we kind of got lost.
Lost?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay, because we found you now, and everything's okay.
Yeah.
And we can put
Everything
your
is
boat
okay.
inside of our boat, and then just sail to wherever Captain needs to go.
Well, I was actually thinking, if we rig it up so that our boat is in front of your boat, and with enough cables, we could actually tow you through the water. And it depends. We might need a bigger fuel source, and that would require more torque. And he just goes on to this mechanics rambling of how this would work to tow the lavender boat.
Kimba, I have to stop you. You're doing that thing again.
Wait, which? Oh, you mean the?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd wrap it up. That's why I gave you the first minute and a half, but that was a mistake, I think.
My little boat could tow your big boat.
Yeah, why would we need the tow, though? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, we were going so fast.
Yeah, Nemo was doing a great job of pushing us. We were rowing.
Is that how you were going? I was wondering how a ship in this sort of condition was rocketing like that. That's pretty cool. Sorry.
It's all thanks to our guy Nemo. He's great.
I don't mean to brag. I just, it's fishman thing, What we do.
Kimba, can I have a word with you for just a minute?
Yeah. Sure.
Sorry, folks. We'll be right back. Maybe I can, talk a little sense into him. Just give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I will, just sort of like gently slide him back into the ship interior for a second.
What's going on with you?
You've been very gracious not asking questions. I appreciate that. How long has it been?
Hiding.
How long has it been since you've seen your brother? Or your sister?
Been 13 years, 3 months.
13 years. You trust them, yeah?
With my life.
They're a good person?
The best.
How's their judgment and picking friends?
I can't say. She didn't have any friends when we were together. It was just the two of us. Look, Ash, what's happening here? I figured I'd cover for you since we were hiding, but come on, you gotta give me something.
All I can tell you right now is up everywhere that I wanted to be in the world. It was not in the same damn room as the four of them. Now you've helped me here. And I care for your sister. And for you. I'm going to trust your gut. But just don't let your guard down just because you got a family member, all right? At the very
I
least,
can do that.
one of them is a pirate with a bit of a reputation. So just be cautious, all right?
Okay. I would like you, Dan, to please make a check. This is to convince Kimba to listen to you during this conversation and take your words to heart.
All right, what is that roll?
So you'll look on your character sheet,
Uh-huh.
and if anything applies, it'll tell you what die to roll. If nothing applies, you will roll a d10.
D10 it is. And it's roll low, right?
Mm-hmm. Low is good.
3.
That's a success. As you return to the group, you see him. He's still uneasy about the situation right now. He knows you're hiding secrets. He still doesn't know what it is, but he believes you, and he will be keeping a close eye on everyone except Esmer, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Did we miss anything?
We were standing on the deck.
Sure.
Ah.
Definitely not trying
Sounds
to
like
listen in.
fun.
Recalling that Coralie definitely heard me mutter to myself earlier, did I have like the sense that she might have been listening?
That's a question for you, Jess.
Ooh, it could go either way. You might feel a little suspicious that they're not telling the truth. Coralie is nosy.
Let's do a roll-off.
I am. Yeah. Okay. I rolled a 5.
You're fine. I got an 8.
Totally was not trying to listen in.
Totally.
But you're not sure. You thought that Coralie overheard you, but Coralie doesn't seem to be more suspicious than anyone else.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Besides, she's the snake people, right? So I like snakes.
Stick out their little tongue. In a cute way, not in a mean way.
Well, I mean, listen, it's been. I don't think anyone expected a reunion today, so celebrate. I mean, we got some food.
Nemo, they have food.
We should celebrate. We have to celebrate. It's meant to be.
It's a
Celebrate.
big occasion, yeah.
Yeah.
How far is the nearest island that you all know?
Oh, it's well, there aren't too many in the Calm Belt, but the nearest one is probably a day's sail northeast.
Nemo, friend, is that about where we were heading anyway?
Believe so. because we are going this way. So yes.
Forward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, forward must obviously always be north.
Yes.
You know what? Might have been a little hasty earlier. Everybody seems pretty tired, and I'm sure that we're all going to be very tired after the barbecue that we have later. What if we did get that tug? You can bring your food up here. We'll cook it, have a little party, little reunion,
Yeah,
and then get that,
that
tug
sounds
going.
great.
Sounds like a wonderful
Yeah,
time.
I'll start. Yeah, I'll start. Okay. Esmer, you want to help?
Yeah. Grasshoppers are
All
famously
right.
good at helping.
Yeah, all right, come on. Where's the rope? Show me the rope. And as these two run around the deck, starting to tie this up, and everyone else starts getting food ready, that is where we are going to take our break for this evening.
Can I, before we break, can I add something
Mhm.
real quick? I think
Yes, please.
we see a shot of Esmer laughing along with their brother and looking up at the sun beating down on them. And there's just going to be kind of a thought bubble with her brother, with her friends. She's going to think to herself, if I died today, I'd be happy.
And with that being said, friends, we're gonna do a little shrimp check. We're gonna eat a little barbecue food of our own, drink some water, do a bio break. We hope that you will also consider doing all of that. And I don't know, checking out the pinned chats on both YouTube and Twitch that have our Tiltify link. We will be back in 10 short moments. Not moments, minutes. And hope you will be too. Bye bye! Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of our 3rd session of the One Piece inspired Sagas TTRPG stream series. Tonight's episode is incredibly important because we are supporting Palestine Children's Relief Fund through the TTRPGs for Palestine via Tiltify charity bundle. This is a super cool bundle that has over 185 different TTRPGs that have been submitted through the TTRPG community for you to get your hands on for the low donation of just $15 to PCRF. I think in total it's like $940 if you were to buy them all individually. So this is literally a steal, a pirate's treasure, one might say. If you go to the Tiltify link that is in our YouTube chat and our Twitch chat, both are pinned. You can go and check out all of the entries as well as donating a purchasing a bundle for a donation to PCRF. Just so you know, we are just one bundle sale away from getting a random stab point, some tremendous anime bullshit, which is super, super powerful and lets us do really cool things to one of the 5 people you see on screen. I know that there are 6, but technically, unfortunately, Dennis doesn't count in this one. He does not get a random point to stab. So with that being said, I guess Coralie is going to kick off the recap. So there I was, taking a little snooze, and Isma comes up and says, "Captain, I'm very hungry." And I said, "Actually, you know what? I am too." So then we decided not to necessarily bother Zelio, because Zelio was, "I'm so sad that my good friend, gave themselves up to let us escape." I don't know if that's exactly how Zelio sounds, but I think I did a pretty gosh darn good job. Then we went and talked to Nemo, and he was also hungry. So we decided that we wanted some food. We kind of went back and forth on what fishing versus airing is, and decided that Isma's right. If they want to call it airing, they can call it airing instead of birding. Shucks, Isma, did you ever go birding? Airing,
I found my brother!
She did. And she's kind of been like this ever since. So happy. Oh, that was it, Isma. Okay, cool. Right on.
No, they're still screaming.
So we found Isma's brother, and Isma's brother happened to be with Aisling. And Ish is a fellow purple lover on this little tiny tugboat that thinks that they can pull us. I think that that's a little... I don't know exactly if I think it's going to work, but hopefully it does, because we're kind of stuck in this, section that doesn't have any air. I think Nemo called it the calm belt, the calm bay, the calm area.
The calm belt. That's right. Calm belt. Pretty calm.
And
Pretty
then
mellow.
Moppy was there too.
Moppy! Yes, Moppy's here. They have a Dressrosian accent. And we got the letters with our points on it. We all got points.
Mm-hmm. And we also have wanted posters with bounties.
Yeah, that too. Points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do have the highest bounty, which is kind of fun.
How did you? Well, maybe I should ask you later.
Hey, not everybody has bounties. Just the people from this lavender ship here. I'm clean, and Ash is clean. We're fine.
We've
Oh,
also
that's
recently
delicious.
taken showers. We're also clean.
Yeah.
That's not what...
Yes, no one is allowed to be on the ship without a shower at least every other day.
Wait, you have showers on this ship? Can I use
yes.
it, please?
I mean, I guess.
This is amazing. Thank you.
Help yourself.
Yeah, maybe we all take showers before we handle the food.
Right.
Kitchen
Well,
hygiene.
the tugboat is all tied up. We've got a long road ahead of us. I'll pop in for a quick shower, and then I will you know, man the tugboat. Make sure it's it won't blow up.
Is it at
What
risk
is
of
it?
blowing up?
Is that a possibility?
No, not after I make sure it won't.
And certainly not the whole boat. I think. I don't think there's anything that can blow up the whole boat. I mean, like maybe a portion of it, but not the whole thing. I should stop talking. I'm not helping.
You could
think
help with food.
Kimba is gonna figure it out just fine, and I think we can trust him with this.
I think you're right.
Coralie is just eating pocket grapes.
Pocket.
You know,
Thanks, Esme.
grapes that you put in your pocket?
Esmer checks their pockets. Darn. None
Ismet,
yet.
do you want some pocket grapes?
I want them to come from my pocket.
Well, if you open up your pockets, I can put some grapes in there, and then they would
That-
come out of your pocket.
Feels like cheating. I need them to come on their own.
Kimba is stealthily sneaking grapes into Esmer's pocket.
Ash like sees this and is like smirking, like not like smirking, but like smiling, like and just kind of chuckling.
I missed you so much. He ruffles Esmer's hair.
I keep thinking it's gonna be a dream, and I keep pinching myself, and it's not. So I think we're good.
Well, don't pinch yourself too hard.
I won't.
I'm gonna go check the tugboat. You want to come with?
Sure.
Or do you want to hang out
Ow.
here for a bit?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
We'll
And
prepare
you
some
see another tear fall on his face as he goes and checks the tugboat.
Well, here we brought up some of the supplies we have over here. I don't know if you've got like cooking surfaces on there. I mean, we had something small down there, but if you got some, I mean, it's a big ship. Maybe you got like a real sort of kitchen and get started on something. I'm not the best chef in the world, but I'll certainly give it a shot.
Well, actually, Zelio's pretty good at taking things that taste bad and making them taste pretty decent. Good,
That's a rare
one might even say.
Just a little touch from me, and it just the whole flavor changes.
Well, no sense jawing about it. Let's get going then.
Well,
We-
let's go then. Are we making the barbecue or are we leaving?
I think both.
So
And I think that Nemo and Moppy are going to help me make some party decorations and jazz the place up.
and I am in charge of the food.
Yes. And
I'll help you
Ash.
out.
Well, Ash, I'm not your captain. I can't tell you what to do, but I think it'd be quite nice, actually, if you did. But you don't have to. But we'd
Captain,
appreciate it.
I'll get on it.
Stop that.
We'll start in the kitchen with Zelio and Ash.
Yeah.
Food
I
has
like-
started sizzling.
Yeah.
You've got their supplies are so much better than what you've been eating for the past several days.
I do like to think that Zelio is not that amazing of a cook, but maybe everyone just has not had any good food in forever. So, it's
Probably accurate.
pretty shite food. But it gets people fed. Like the eggs are burnt. It's like maybe too much oil. Yeah, there's like no portion control of certain things. But everyone keeps saying that it's like, wow, Zelio, thank you so much. And yes, and then I just go ahead and I just keep pouring until my heart says to stop.
I mean, that's how it's really done, right? If you're just doing it off the top of your head, that's where the heart comes from. It's where it's
No, the heart is in the chest. What are you talking about, Ash?
maybe not so literal, but
Oh, you were making a joke.
I try. I'm not very funny.
Okay. Yes, try again another time. I think
All
that
right.
wasn't that one wasn't for you.
We'll workshop it for sure.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What did no we did ask what you were on vacation for.
Yeah.
But what is your job? What do you do?
Well, I'm actually back here. I grew up around here, actually, or well, a different part of the Calm Belt. From sort of island dab smack in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone there is, well, they're all really strong.
Oh. Well, speak
They're,
highly of yourself, I see. Okay.
well, that's the thing. I couldn't keep up with them.
Oh.
Everyone else there was great with swords or bows and arrows, and they all got to serve under the queen, but not me. So I had to. It's what I wanted to do, but I, couldn't keep up and left to go to the mainland, get better.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're good at cutting vegetables. Here you go.
I'll give it a shot. I want to let you know, Dennis, one of the struggles I took was clumsy. It specifically applied to melee attacks, but I do want to let you know in this moment.
All right, roll me a d12.
Yeah.
So you told me about your life, but you did not answer my question. What do you do?
That's a 12.
Damn.
How badly do you screw this up as a distraction from this question?
I am so trash with like a paring knife. Like cutting an onion into just little bits is easy for anyone except Ash. This thing is like I have made somehow weird triangle cubes. Like none of them are even. They are all massive blocks. And I'm like trying to like line up the next cut, but it's like she knows that if she presses, she's gonna like cut her finger, and she's just like, no.
It's
No.
just
Like,
that
you know, when you're trying to
that
line up the
gif.
knife.
It's that gif of Michael Jackson putting down the
Yeah.
rifle. It's just like, no. I think that's okay. I think you're okay. You don't have to do this.
Well,
Give
no,
it grabs the knife.
okay.
Thank you very much. Like trying to hold it together. It's like just gonna waste an onion.
Yeah, see what I mean? It's yeah, for some reason, it's like certain physical things just don't work out very well for me.
Do you ever just think about maybe if you manifest and believe in yourself enough to be good at something, maybe you will be?
Well, you know what? I never thought of it that way. I mean, I've, certainly other things, but never with, things like knives before. But that's real good advice, Zelia.
I think. Oh, you're welcome. I do think that you need to stay away from knives, though.
You know what? I'll yield that one. You tell me where you want me to go, and I'll help you that way, and I won't.
Maybe I'm
anymore?
so concerned about letting you do anything in this kitchen. Maybe just sit and keep me company.
Sure. I'll do that. And she like sits in a chair, just kind of like a little bit embarrassed.
And Zelia will just like anytime like they finish cooking anything, they will put it in front of Ash for them to taste, and it'll probably just be like either mediocre or bad.
I think for the most part, Ash would enjoy it. Like, unless you fuck up something made of fruit, because I think that she might like be a little bit more just like, oh God, how did you do that? But like everything else, she's like, this is like okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sustenance. Everyone needs it.
You're incredible, truly.
Oh, well, I try my best.
Well, what about you? Where are you from? How'd you get out here?
Oh, I'm from everywhere. in the nowhere. And I am trying to get to the Grand Line. But who knows if we'll ever get there. Especially in the Grand Belt, in the Colin Belt.
Yeah. Seem a bit out of your way.
Oh, well, we are on our way to helping Coralie become king of the pirates. So, and then all of a sudden, just like stops. Like, maybe I should have done that. That's not my story to tell.
Corley's gonna be king of the pirates, huh?
Well, that's what they think. And you
Yeah,
know, I think it's a little bit silly, but at the same time, again, manifest.
No, I get it. You know, I mean, I know you seem to be a little more worldly than some of your friends. I'll certainly say that. I know you were admonishing them for, you know, the purple thing, but if I can tell you the truth, I trust snakes. There's a lot of them on the island where I grew up, so
You trust snakes.
yeah.
Interesting.
There was from where I'm from, my queen's, there's a really massive one that she's friends with.
Interesting.
It's you grow up around them, and I don't know. It's like it's calming in a way.
Where are you from? Where there's a giant snake.
It's a little island out here. It's impossible to get to if you don't know where it is. It's called Amazon Lily.
Interesting. Oh. Good to know. Maybe we'll come around to it.
Maybe.
Well, I have to get back to the cooking. Maybe you can better acquaint yourself with our darling king of the snakes. Not queen of the snakes, king of the snakes.
And
Make sure you
pirates.
keep that in mind. Oh, the pirates one is not yet, but definitely king of the snakes for one reason or another.
One day.
Shoo shoo.
All right. I'll leave you to it. She's just gonna kind of like back out of the kitchen, and after she does, she's just gonna kind of like stare at the back of Zelio's head for a minute, like, and look like just kind of like she's like thinking before walking off.
While this is happening, you come back onto the deck of the ship, and I have to ask, to those that were decorating this thing, what does it look like now?
Hey, Captain,
Yes, Nemo.
when you become king of the pirates, can I be like the royal decorator? This is like so much fun.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Jake, how beautiful do Nemo's decorations look?
Should I roll for it?
If you want.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm going to require a roll for that.
Oh, God. Holy what?
Ooh, they are amazing. I'm going to let Jake describe exactly what it looks like. Like, what have you done with ship supplies to make this ship party worthy?
I think it's like leftover wrapping paper and bits of the ship that broke off, and it's like either like gnarled into like stars with his like shark teeth, or like some dull blade that he kind of like got edges out, and it's like stars and moons and snakes and grasshoppers and Zelio's hats, and just kind of like just almost like Dia de los Muertos style on top of the like just from mast to railing and stuff like that.
Did
And you
you?
can see Nemo, this 6-foot-tall shark man, sitting at a table that's too short,
Yeah.
cutting up pieces of paper for decorations.
Did you say that there were also sharks included, or did you say stars and moons?
I said stars and moons, but let's throw some sharks in there.
Okay, yeah. Coralie would definitely say, for Nemo, I would be offended if you turned down my offer to be the royal title that you just said that I definitely remember. But you've forgotten to put yourself in here, friend. I see you have Zelio and me, and I see you have Isma. But what about you and Moppy?
I forgot about us. I'm gonna work on it. I'll add some more.
Excellent. I love what you've done. And I'll just be over here, kind of tidying things and putting them up after Nemo creates them.
Oh, you know what else I should do? Should I make like a big grasshopper since it's Esmer's big day? What do you think?
Absolutely. I think that would be quite nice.
Okay.
And lots
I'm
of
gonna go-
hearts.
Oh, hearts. Absolutely. Because the thing that grasshoppers are the best at is
Maybe
hearts.
maybe you should put that in a quote. The thing that grasshoppers are the best at is having the best heart.
I will do that. And he like kicks one of the loose boards. Like, I got a more. I probably shouldn't have kicked that one, but I think we're okay. I'll ask Esmer later.
I
And
don't
then
feel
gets-
like anything's happening with the ship after you kicked it. I think it's fine.
Okay. Awesome. This is gonna be the best party ever. And
I
I've only
think-
been to like a party. So
You've only
it's
been
gonna-
to one party, friend.
Yeah, and this is gonna be the second best party ever.
Well, what was the first best party?
When I got my black belt.
It is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What if we made little awards for everyone?
Are you tempting me? Because I'm
I
gonna do it.
do enjoy tempting people with a good time.
Well, I am having a great time, so I'm making kicks another board. I probably should have kicked that one either. I'm making a mess. I'm sorry, but I was just excited.
All right. You do one for me. I'll do one for you, and then we'll do one together for Zelio and Isma.
Yes. Okay, let's do this. I'm ready.
I do really enjoy Zelio's cooking, but also I think that they're quite possibly one of the most mysterious persons I've ever met.
I heard, yeah, the most mysterious person ever.
Do you like
Also,
that as an award, or?
Oh, the most mysterious. Or how about has the most wanted points?
That is pretty impressive.
Congratulations on the wanted.
And then, what about Isma?
I mean, the best grasshopper ever.
This
I've never met a
grasshopper.
grasshopper as good as Esmer.
In truth be told, I've actually not met a grasshopper, but that's
Wow.
because I think all my snakes were eating them on the island.
Oh, no, don't tell Esmer.
Well, I'm not telling Isma, I'm telling you.
I'm not going to tell Esmer. That's
All
for
right,
sure.
bet. I'm gonna like shake your hand on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Moppy,
Right.
be good. Yeah. What about Ash? We gotta have one for our new friend Ash. 3-piece suit ever.
There we go.
Okay, we'll make one for Ash. And then for Kimba, Beth's brother.
Yeah. Or I think he's an engineer.
Engineer, I like that. That sounds smart.
Yes.
But how do you spell engineer?
I would say in.
Okay, I-N.
Oh no, I meant just the letter in.
Oh, spell
Gin.
engineer. Well, I'm sorry.
G-I-N-E-A-R.
Uh-huh.
Ear.
Yeah, engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's gonna be the best party ever. I can't wait.
Best party ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, back to carving.
Thanks, Dennis, for putting
Sorry, I
that in
had
the
to
chat.
type it. I needed to see what this
funny to
looks
see
like.
The in G-I-N-E-A-R. Engineer. Come on. Carly's head is in the right
One
place.
could almost say that's ingenious.
And I think that
All right.
Nemo and Coralie just keep going.
Yeah.
The decorations are being set up. The food is nearly cooked. And Esmer and Kimba have still not yet emerged from the tugboat. As we shift down there, we hear Kimba's voice. And then, after I escaped from them, I found my way back to a different island. I thought it was the one where you were going to be, but we had sailed so far away already. And I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any way to get back to you. So I started making stuff. And I just kept making stuff and making stuff and making stuff until people started wanting the stuff I had to make. And I made some cool friends. There's my friend Davey, who has been my best mate in the shop since we got it. And then, of course, there's Ash, who has been with me for the last, well, not that long, but this journey has really, really brought us together. But enough about me. What is happening? What have you been up to? Tell me everything.
Brother, you're amazing. You used to just steal stuff for me. And it was my favorite stuff in the world, but now you can make stuff? I think you've grown up better than I did.
No, that's impossible. But speaking of making things for you, and he turns around and picks up a box that is wrapped in brown paper and tied with twine and hands it to you. I got you something.
No way.
Yeah, way.
They open up the box.
You open up the box and you find a pair of boots. But it is, I don't know if you ever played with that, it's a rope with a weight at one end, just like basically like a cannonball, and at the other end there's a ring, and you slip it around your ankle and you skip with it.
Yeah.
It's one of those built into yeah, it's one of those built into a pair of boots.
Oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Can I?
Yeah, you think so?
Can I try it out?
Yes, please. Here, let's go out onto the deck where there's more space.
Sure. And Esmer's just going to eagerly take this up and look back at their brother, again pinch themselves to make sure that everything is actually happening before continuing upwards. I waited a long time for something to happen because I knew that I wasn't strong enough. And then all these people turned up, and if they didn't, I wouldn't be here. And I wouldn't have found you. I mean, maybe you would have found your way to the island eventually, but I wouldn't have done it without all of them. And to have them here and you here is just the best day of my life.
Come on, try out the boots.
All right. Esmer is going to just kind of take their own shoes off really quickly and pull it on. And pretty quickly start getting to skipping. And jumping and moving around quickly is like pretty intuitive to them, so I imagine it goes pretty well.
It does. I'm not even gonna ask you to roll a check for this. It is perfectly made. The boots fit your grasshopper feet perfectly, which is wild. And you're having just the best time when the scent of cooked food hits your nostrils.
Food.
I think you're right. Tugboat's working. You want to go back up?
Let's go back up. Almost trips because they forget about the ball for a second, but catch themselves.
Oh, you just put it back in like here. Let me, and it clicks back into place so that you can wear them like normal boots.
Nice.
These aren't a special weapon or anything. Yep. This is just a gift from your long lost brother.
Absolutely.
And you get back up to the deck of the ship, and you are blown away by the amount of decorations and the table laden with food. And the whole crew and Ash are waiting for the two of you as you arrive. Food indeed. I'm hungry. All right.
Yes.
Which one do we want first? This looks good. And as
Already
Kimba, everyone starts eating, and right as everyone dives in, there's a and the ship moves.
Oh,
Moppy, what was that?
Moppy has
Moppy.
fallen over next to the helm.
Moppy! No!
Oh, no!
man down! Man down!
I'm immediately gonna look out and see. I know it's dark over the horizon. I'd like to look to see if there's anything out there.
Make a check.
I have both keen sense vision and night vision.
Okay.
So darkness does not hinder my vision. So I think D8. D8? D8.
Yeah, D8 from the keen sense and darkness not hindering your vision is going to affect how difficult the check is.
Okay. 6.
There's nothing on the horizon. It's still very, very calm, even as the sun goes down. But you feel another...
This is a calm belt. There's no waves.
I'm gonna stand up and walk to the side of the ship that had the biggest boom. And I'm gonna look over.
There are bubbles roiling up next to the side of the ship.
So, my friends, does anyone know anything about big sea creatures?
In,
And small
this-
ones.
in this area? I mean, I don't think we're close enough to certain areas, but a lot of sea kings in the calm belt.
Kings.
Yes, I think we might have a little friend that's trying to take along. There's some bubbles on the side.
Yes. Par for the course, indeed.
Well, everyone, I would say eat as quick as you can, because our little friend might be making themselves a lot less little here pretty soon.
And as Coralie is turned around, looking at everyone, you can see a shadow loom over them as this huge creature, sort of snake-like, with a giant seagull face, bill maybe 10 feet long, bright pink, with rolls of like white wool around it at intervals, snaking all the way down its body, and it lets out a
Well,
Shit.
this is fun.
Esmer's grasshopper plates clack into place as they go bug mode and say, "Captain, it's time to go birding."
And you said birding this time, not airing. Oh my god.
Because it's not in the air, Captain, it's in the water.
everybody roll a reaction check.
What dice is that? That's 10?
A 10 unless your sheet says otherwise.
Nah.
And I will ask for the reactions shortly. All right. Did anybody get a 1?
I think in Dressrosa language, it's an Uno, so yeah, I got it.
2, 3.
Me.
Nice. 4.
Yon.
Ah.
Twins.
Snakes go forth.
Ash and Coralie. 5. It's actually no, just Nemo and Kimba are left.
Got an 8.
All right.
Oh, Nemo's like, oh, yeah. Yum, yum, yum. These eggs are amazing, Zelio.
Oh, I try my best.
Friends, just a
Alright.
reminder that
As
we
the
have
battle music-
slept, so if you did not reset your effort in health from the last time, now would be a perfect time to do that.
Also, you're level
It
5.
would indeed.
You
Mhm.
didn't take any abilities.
I took some extra health, I just didn't reset the rest, like a silly Sal.
All right. With full health and full effort, you are ready to face down a Sea King and defend your only means of getting out of the calm belt. These 2 boats. All right. First up is Esmer.
Esmer's gonna do what they do best: crouch down, start building up energy, and for the mental image, the Sea King, this giant seagull-like creature, is like looming over both ships, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, with Esmer on the top of the deck, they're going to take a deep inhale. The wings start fluttering, and then they fly up into the air. And this time, they are going to go right for their big attack. Their leg starts vibrating. Vibrating? Oh my god, it's spreading. And they say, "Bug, bug, drum!" as they try to slam their vibrating appendage into this Sea King. That is a 2.
Awesome. That is going to hit. And that is going to do 1 point of damage as you can see a sort of like a shiver vibration go up all the way up to the Sea King's nose and down into the water.
Esmer
Takes
hovers in the
1
air.
point of damage.
Hell yeah. Hovers in the air, her wings flapping. As always, keeping calm, breathing, and visions briefly back to facing down those 2 Marines, those 2 guards that she was not brave enough to confront when her brother was taken. And she's doing what she always does in combat, which is calling out "bug, bug," and then the name of a toy that her brother stole for her.
Zelio.
Zelio is going to essentially like pull out their whip. And this creature, the Sea King, is part of its body is outside of the water.
Mhm.
I think Zelio is going to essentially run and jump to try and like run up the Sea King's like neck, while also attacking with their the whip. Essentially trying to like wrangle around the Sea King's neck and do like a rodeo thing.
All right.
Very, I would say, visual, like dune sandworm thing.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll as you
Okay.
swing your spiked chain
And
left and right, slashing into the Sea King as you go.
I do have sure-footed, so it's a DA for the movement. Do you want me to do a DA for the movement and then a attack roll?
Yeah, let's make these
Okay.
separate.
Okay. So for the movement, D8, where are you? Why am I? There we go. Okay. So that is a 2 for the movement.
It's so easy to just run up this. The
Yeah,
rings of
yeah.
like white fur make perfect like stepping points to leap to the next one.
Yes, and then for the attack, that is a 4. So the chain wrapping around and essentially Zelio standing on on the crest of this Sea King, trying to wrangle it.
And what'd you get for the attack?
4.
That hits. The Sea King takes another point of damage as it is scratched across the face. And you haven't managed to like wrangle it to the point where you're you're a rodeo. It would be a cowboy. That's the word.
Yeah. Yeah, cowboy.
But you are on like the top of its head. Next is Ash and Coralie going together. You two pick who goes first.
Okay. Seeing Zelio step up to the plate and kind of grab their whip, Coralie is going to take out their hair and say, "All right, girls. I need somebody to step up to the plate this time. Zelio's been pretty cool, and what if we did a whip move? That'd be fun, right? Let's." And then she's just going to take one of the snakes out of her hair and lasso it around and yell out, "Snake, snake, poison whip!" And essentially, what she's trying to do is get that snake to like latch on to use her infect power. And she rolled a 3.
And that hits. As you yell out your move, the ripple of energy as the snake's head, with the 2 fangs out, stabs into the side of the Sea King, and immediately we can see small veins as the poison seeps into this enormous creature. It takes 1 point of damage when you do that, and will be taking more should you choose to do so.
Oh yeah.
But it is now the Sea King's turn.
I think it's Ash's turn.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad.
Your thing.
So Ash is gonna kind of like kick her chair back, and like while she has been very kind of like smiley and silly goofy this whole time, her face just goes like stone once like the Sea King comes out of the water, and she says, "Kimba, my cabin." You got me now. Y'all, my cabin, my rifle. As fast as you can. And she's going to pull her pistol out of the back of her vest. In the meantime, it is similarly etched, and the grip itself has the same kind of light purple color. It says Ayame on the side of it. And she is going to aim at the Sea King, and channeling the training that she had as a youth on Amazon Lily, fire an energized projectile through her bullet. Can't shoot a bow and arrow.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
It's a 7.
Oh no.
Rolls are bad.
And is anyone in a position to help?
I'll do some effort. I'll give some effort to Ash, and essentially like with like maybe moving the Sea King, like wrangling in the direction of where the bullet is coming in. It's 2.
You
right?
actually, yes, 2 effort from you, and as you pull down against the Sea King's face, it gets closer and closer to the deck of the ship, coming well within range, making a much easier target. Go ahead and add another die to that check.
Okay.
Ash.
Part of the problem is I should have said the attack. She's going as she fires. She's going to say "shobu," which is it's all flower themed. It's all flower themed. 4.
As you fire, please describe what it looks like as the bullet leaves the gun.
there, like, it fires like a normal gun, but there's this sort of like bubble of purple around the bullet, and you can actually see it move. Whereas before it would just be like a little projectile, hard to track. There's like a bubble of like light purple orb just around the entirety of the bullet, and as it collides with it, there's like it looks like a fist much larger than the orb hits against the skin, causing like a pressure of something the size of a cannonball.
And it takes 1 point of damage as this magically enlarged bullet collides with the like just under the chin of this Sea King. All right. Now it's the Sea King's turn. And it inhales.
Concern.
And as it screams out in a deafening seagull screech, I need everyone except Esmer and Zelio to please make avoid checks.
Shoot.
I have a question. Is this a hockey related thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Is this a powered
the one for-
attack?
this is a powered attack.
Okay. I'm gonna use my armor, magical powered armor. to roll.
That's what they call it.
And I rolled a 1. Thank God I asked.
Did all three of you just get ones?
Did we? I got a 1.
I got a
Okay.
6. I got a 6. I have a question though, as a
Uh-huh.
follow-up. I threw most of my level up points. I have level 5 in hockey.
You do.
Yes. Does that mean I roll again?
So no. So if I gotta pull it up real quick here,
I'm pretty sure
but I
you're
think
good.
it's better than that.
Hmm.
Rank 5 in hockey. You are immune to attacks from creatures that do not have hockey.
That's huge.
So as you concentrate, you focus, your entire body becomes momentarily covered in this shiny black armor that is just at the surface of your skin. And the freezing cold has no effect. You just stand your ground as the deck of the ship around you turns to ice. Coralie and Nemo both dive out of the way of this breath weapon. And the Sea King roars again in frustration and lunges for a bite at Esmer. Please make an avoid check.
Absolutely. It's a 7.
You see Esmer get swatted out of the air like a bug. Wham! And just careens, just a line straight back into the deck of the ship. Esmer, you take 3 damage.
Okay.
Go.
God. Can't take another one of those.
Kimba is next, and he runs, quickly gets onto the bridge that he's built back onto the tugboat and starts rummaging through Ash's stuff in the cabin. Pulls out, rummages in the bag, looks around, pulling out clothes, pulling out a large white coat, and you immediately see whoosh as it goes. We, the audience, gets a shot of the back of the coat with the Marines symbol on it. As the coat falls to the side, he picks up this huge rifle and, okay, I got it! Turns and starts running back out, but it won't get to you until his next turn. Next is, of course, Nemo. just dived out of the way of the icy breath.
Yeah, and I think as like the ice kind of covers the top of the ship, the way he rolls, he kind of like slides on it, kicks off his sandals, and now he's using the webbing on his toes to like almost like snowboard towards the Sea King. Jumps up on the railing and then yells, "Fishman karate, whirlpool kick!" And like Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter is doing this helicopter kick as like waves of like seawater kicks off of it and then tries to go for the kick.
Oh, hell
Actually-
yeah.
Aiming for the spot where Ash shot.
Okay.
That's an 8.
As you collide with the side of this Sea King's head, it stares at you, and there's like a red gleam in its eye as it begins staring you down. And then all of you hear something, a sort of oh in the distance, the far distance. And the Sea King immediately straightens up. Zelio, I need you to make a check to hang on, or to let go willingly if you'd like.
Let me double check if I have anything. Don't have anything.
You have sure-footed, don't you?
I do have sure-footed. So
Mhm.
would this be?
That would apply here.
Would it apply? Okay, let me try then. It's a 5.
You are tossed from the back of this thing, landing on the ship, taking 1 point of damage from the fall.
Ugh. Oh, that's hurt.
And Esmer, you see this Sea King dive, and as it does, your brother emerges with Ash's gun, and the Sea King collides with the side of the tugboat, and the gun goes flying, tumbles up over the railing, and scatters onto the icy deck of the ship. And you see your brother falling into the water as the tugboat is torn from the front of this thing, as the Sea King dives and begins fleeing from something.
Emma got tossed, did you say?
Your brother is barely hanging on to the side of the tugboat as it is starting to be pulled away. Like one of the cables has wrapped around the Sea King's mouth, and as it swims, the tugboat is being pulled rapidly away from this boat.
Okay. And it's top of the order, so it's my go.
Yes, it is.
I think Esmer, there's a part of Esmer's brain that would think to maybe try and like cut the thing holding the Sea King to the tugboat, but I think that's not what's going through her head right now. It's that she's got to save her brother. So Esmer is going to use Wings and Sprint, which allows her to cross 2 combat zones instead of 1, to immediately get over to Kimba and say, "I'm going to get you back on the boat."
Help! Help me! And he is clutching onto the side of the tugboat, and you start pulling him back.
I want to...
I'd like to ask you to... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to ask you to make a check to pull him out of the water.
Absolutely. As much as I possibly can, I'm hanging on to him. And then I, like, in a brief second, like, switch my grip to holding on to the boat with my hands and holding on to him with my legs. And I'm going to try to bug yo-yo and fling him back onto the ship. It's a 5.
Remember, one of the options you can how you can use effort is anyone can spend 3 effort to give themselves 1 extra die.
Absolutely. I think this is an occasion in which Esmer would, and it's going to roll another d10.
Before we hear that result, did you have something, Ash?
Can I help? Can I spend 2 effort to help?
This boat is rapidly being pulled away from the ship. How do you want to help?
I would, while still in armament hockey, break like some of the ice that's holding, that's like frosted around her, and kick like a nice like chunk of it into the side of the tugboat so that Kimba could get a foot up.
Sick.
Amazing. Yes. So you spend that 2 effort, and Julie, you get 2 dice. 2
Okay.
more.
2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you get 1 from your own boost, and one additional from your own boost, and 1 additional from Ash helping.
I see. If I was to use, I already rolled for 1, and that was a 4. Was that enough to do it? Dennis. All right. Well, thanks to Ashes, that is a 3.
That is a success. As your brother gets yanked out of the water and wham onto the boat, begins coughing up the sea out of his lungs. You are quickly ripped away from your friends on the ship, disappearing into the distance faster than you could imagine, faster than you could fly. And all of you watch as your friend is pulled away on her brother's invention. And you hear the sound again. Boom. And you see something opposite direction on the horizon. All you can make out is a parting of a wave as something large swims towards the boat. Next up in initiative is Zelio.
So I'm watching as Esmer just got dragged by the underwater, or is just essentially just like
The tugboat is on the surface. Both
Mhm.
Esmer and Kimba are on it, and it's being pulled at breakneck speed, faster than it should be able to go. But they are above water.
damn. I don't know what to do. And there is like nothing that is moving our ship. Like absolutely nothing. Like there's no wind. Nothing.
Did
Wow.
Kimba not tie us to the tugboat?
Yeah, that's
Did, but the Sea King ripped all of those cables when it collided with the tugboat.
Yes.
okay. I'm sorry, I really don't know what to do. I think I think
Okay.
Zelio is like honestly just like stuck there, just like watching this happen, and just like there's nothing. There's truly just no concept of like what could even allow them to try and get to their friend. Like they have absolutely no way. The boat's not moving. The boat, it's not tied to the tugboat. There's something that's headed in our direction. Like we have I think the only thing, I think Zelio looks over to Nemo and is like, is there any way to just push the boat to try and get over there?
Will come out of turn order. How do you respond, Nemo?
Nemo desperately just jumps into the water and tries to push the boat again with like all his strength, even using like fishman karate, puts his back to it and does like this like fishman karate spear wave and like just trying to like shift the water almost like a motorboat, just trying to shift the water and push with his back and just desperately underwater.
Is there anything
Make a check.
That'd be the D10, D12.
Think D10.
As this is happening, can Zelio like start dropping just like into the water, just anything that would be dead weight, like anything that will allow the ship to be lighter.
You start throwing furniture over the railing. You you go downstairs into the hull and start tossing supplies out of the portholes. And you can see that as these things hit the water, the ship is starting to move. Nemo's fishman karate is managing to move this boat. Ash and Corley, is there anything either of you would like to do?
I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs. Isma, bug fly! Bug fly him back!
I'd like you to make a check to see if you can get those words to Esmer's ears.
I rolled a 3.
We'll come back to that.
Ugh.
The rifle made it over, right? It's like on the icy part of the deck.
Yes.
Okay. I pick it up, and there's something that the Sea King is like attached to the tugboat on, right? Like there's a cable that it's stuck to.
Right.
I am a sharpshooter, and I do not even need to see my targets to hit them. And this is a long-range weapon, so I am going to attempt to shoot the cable that the Sea King is dragging the tugboat.
All right. Make a check, but this is going to be at your sharpshooter range,
Okay.
which requires a higher die, if I recall correctly.
It says D12. Does my weapon training for projectile weapons cancel that out?
No.
Okay. Still worth a shot. I need to look up the name for this one. I need to remember what this one was. Because I gotta say it or it's gonna go badly. This one was... yeah. No, that's not the right one. I'm panicking.
Ash takes a knee, balances the barrel of this enormous rifle on the railing of the boat, and takes very careful aim.
She goes, just whispers under her breath. She says, "Second, he's blue." And, it's a 9. I am gonna spend 3 effort.
All right, you spend 3 effort, you get 1 more die.
Woo! That's a 2.
Esmer, you can hear Corley's voice carry on this windless sea over the roar of the waves around you as your captain yells at you to grab your brother and fly. And then you can hear a ding, this strange, discordant whine as the metal cable snaps and the boat starts to lose speed and the Sea King begins to disappear.
Aye, Captain. Esmer is going to crouch down, focus. Like they often do, they are going to ripple their grasshopper legs, vibrate them as if they're going to do bug drum, but it is going to emanate through their whole body as they tap into their stab, their some tremendous anime bullshit, and the vibration from their legs starts to emanate through their whole body. Esmer flashes back to a memory from childhood of sitting on a roof with her brother, back when she was still nonverbal, and just staring, jaw-dropped, at a festival over Addendum Island, where lights flew up into the sky and then exploded. and the magic of that moment watching it with their brother. Esmer hangs on tight to Kimba, their whole body vibrating. Using stab, they max out their sprint ability, allowing them to move 3 combat zones in a single action. And holding tightly onto their brother, they shout, "Bug! Bug! Firework!" and launch upwards into the sky.
As you become not but a bright blur through this sunset sky, you make your way flying as fast as you can back to the boat, back to your friends. But you see even at this speed, you might not make it in time before whatever's coming reaches them first. This wave rolls closer and closer to the boat. As it does, you can see that it is moving not straight through the water, but swimming left, right, left, right. You hear a roar as the wave gets closer and closer, and it misses the boat by several hundred feet. And as the boat rises on the wake of this thing, you get a glimpse of an island. A long, skinny island with trees and buildings and a dock in the side, built into this side of this several mile long snake as it swims through the water. As it passes, several giant grappling hooks are fired from the port, and they whistle through the air and come down, landing into the side of the ship. And your boat is yanked along with this giant snake island. Esmer, you watch as your friends are yanked right out from under you. You all have a moment of eye contact within shouting distance before the ship is pulled away.
"I'll find you! I'll find you, Captain! Grasshoppers are famously good at finding people important to them!"
I don't even think that Coralie can say anything. I think that she's literally just probably choking back tears. Another one of her friends left behind. This one left over the open ocean. I don't know how long Esmer can fly for. And I think at the end she'd just yell out, "Esmer! Be safe. Find us."
I think in normal anime fashion, there's just like a moment where Ash and Kimba's like eyes meet for a second, and she doesn't say anything, but like her internal thoughts, there's just the voice inside her head that goes, "I hope you were right about them."
The ship is yanked out from under your flying friends, and they disappear into the darkness as the sun sets completely. Now, with the roaring, as the ship is being pulled along these waves alongside of this giant snake, you see the trees and buildings are strangely built to move with the undulation of this reptile, and you can hear chains clanking as you are pulled in closer to it. You all have this sense of almost helplessness as all of these things happening to you in the last 30 minutes are life-changing. The course of your adventure has been rerouted 3, 4, 5 times. And now you have to be focused on what's in front of you, what's next, what danger lies here. The ship, this beautiful lavender ship, damaged but still strong, is pulled into port. And you can see several Marines, and intermingled among their ranks, guards from the Kingdom of Addendum. 3 figures stand on the dock, awaiting your arrival. The first, looming above the other 2 from behind, you recognize the large black floppy hat, a bright red feather, muscles rippling like a lumberjack. Captain Reed, who you thought defeated, now with a scar across his cheek. Beneath him, you recognize the sovereign of the island on which this story started. The short, but still muscular, black-haired, dark bags under his eyes, King Dial. And he has a pistol in his hand, pointing at a third figure. A third figure that only one of you recognizes. Wearing battered, metallic, full plate armor. The visor flipped up to reveal yellow reptilian eyes on blue scales, and a tail sticking out from behind, the same dark blue.
My cabbage! Don't shoot my cabbage!
And the king speaks, his voice carrying above the roar of the waves.
It seems we made it here first, pirates. Now surrender, or your vassal won't see morning.
No.
And that is where we are going to end our penultimate episode of this game of One Piece.
Oh,
Fuck.
What a fucking session. My friends, wow. Let's tell the people who we are and where they can find us. Let's start with Julie.
Hi, folks. It's been a pleasure. You can find me most places as Julie CL, JULICIE, capital I or L, or have an underscore after it. I am a TTRPG player, the co-creator, co-writer of award-winning audio drama The Realm Tree about fairies and how they get their wings. And you can catch me doing tabletop RPG stuff, primarily on Roll-D5, promoting all sorts of indie game systems. You can catch me very soon on a network I'm very excited to work with, running a Gubat Banwa game, assuming everything goes well. I'm promoting Southeast Asian tabletop combat systems, and just having a great time with lovely folks like these people here. I'll pass it once again over to Angie.
Thank you, Julie. So hi, I'm Angie. Agonthetic on the internet, they, them pronouns. You can find me every Sunday over on Tales Archived for No Norms Tolesh, where I on our D&D 5e campaign, ongoing campaign. And for the in the meantime, you can also find me at Bad House RPG on Embers of Rage, our World of the Apocalypse, full Latina table werewolf biker gang game on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, you can find me online. I post my art, I post all my silly thoughts, and you can also check out Two Sisters One Piece if you're interested in listening to my sister and I talk about One Piece, as we are also trying to get back to that and recalibrate that. And yeah, and that's me. I'm passing it over to Jake.
Hey, I'm Jake, at Jake underscore Mrs. His Grasshopper Friend, everywhere on the internet. We're gonna have a talk about this after, with all the layering this session. But no, Jake underscore Lionheart, for, yeah, just random stuff on the internet. Also, I make music, if you want to use it for your TTRPG streams or like list chats or videos. It's on Spotify, iTunes, not IHOP, although that would be great if IHOP sponsored me. I can't believe they said that last time. But yeah, it's more hip hop leaning R&B stuff like that, but it's instrumental stuff. However you want to use it, just shout me out. And yeah, that's me. I'm going to popcorn over to Dan.
Hello, I have been and continue to be Dan Pixel, Pyxel. You can find me anywhere on the internet using that exact same handle, basically anywhere and everywhere, apart from TTRPG stuff, which is a majority of my content on TikTok. I also talk about DC Comics and the like, specifically the Arrowverse, although that is to the wayside, so, you know, less of that in the future. I am also a streamer, and I specialize in emotional damage games, and I'm a member of the Binary Breaker stream team, which is speedrunners who defy the gender binary. I run Donkey Kong 64 randomizer. I'm not very good yet. We're working on it. Sub 2 hours. Woohoo. And wait. Yes, it is Jess. I was like, no, wait.
To Dennis.
Dennis. Dennis is above me. I have so...
Oh.
I'm somewhere. I'm here. Hi. I am Dennis. I have been ripping these people's hearts out since 2 weeks ago, and I will continue to do so next week. You can find me in all the other things that I do on the internet, all TTRPG related, at OKestDM. I've got a YouTube channel where I'm starting to review games I've run and walk through my thought process of what I was thinking as I was running them. And I really want to do that for this one because this was an intense session with a lot of moving pieces. So I'm planning on doing that at some point. No idea when. Life is everywhere right now. But you can follow me mostly on Threads and Twitter, where I post very rarely. I'm also the creator of Sagas, which we've been playing tonight, and you will see, if you keep up to date on my socials, you will see more news about that shortly. And I will popcorn back over to the loveliest host we could ever ask for. Yes, that's you.
Hi, my friends. I am Jess. Thank you again so much for watching this evening and for donating. Tonight's stream was supporting the TTRPGs for Palestine via Tiltified Charity Bundle that supports Palestine Children's Relief Fund. They are an amazing organization helping out not just children in Palestine right now. They're giving a lot of different aid all over Palestine. So please, if you're able to support that bundle, when you do donate $15 or more, you gain access to over 185 TTRPGs, TTRPG supplements, and art packs, all to download before May 7th, which is quite a ways away. So you have lots of time to get your hands onto a big bundle, making some big waves for a really great organization. You can learn a little bit more about that and my other charity work on my Substack, TTRPGs.substack.com. And the next thing you'll see me in is here next Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as we continue sailing the South Blue with this lovely crew that you see on stage. Maybe not Esmer though. Sad face. Very sad about that. But shout out to Dennis for GMing our game and creating this amazing game that we are playing. Again, that's Sagas. And shout out to Ange for the absolutely gorgeous art. So excited for y'all to see Cabbage, Sir Cabbage, next week. But anyway, I hope that y'all have a great rest of your evening. I hope that you continue supporting Palestine, whether that's calling your representatives, donating to relief organizations, and letting folks know about what is happening right now. And until then, we will see y'all on April 22nd at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye.
Yayo, 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 yayo.